This is Bacon Worthy, and today we're making bacon wrapped pork fillets. Welcome to Bacon Worthy. I'm Dennis, and as I mentioned, we're making bacon wrapped pork fillets. And if you're from Wisconsin like I am, you know of a little place called Kwik Trip. And they had these pork fillets on sale for 99 cents each, and I thought, hey, why not pick some of these up and make a video and we'll see how they taste. I have never had these before, but I'm very curious to check them out. So I'll give you a preview of what everything looks like on the nutritional information and what it says on the package, and then we'll go through the process of how I'm going to prepare these and see how they taste. Here we have the packaging. It's made by a company called Smithfield, and it says extra tender pork. If you'll notice, it has the description below where it says boneless bacon wrapped pork fillet. It tells you what it has in there to make it tender. I think this is pretty common in a lot of packaged foods, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. The bacon is a cured product, so that'll have some nitrates and nitrites in it as well. So I wouldn't over worry about that. That is normal. I do like how it gives cooking instructions, grill or broil until the temperature reaches 150 degrees, turning occasionally. That's kind of helpful. So this is it in a nutshell. It gives you the rest of the information you might need to know. It's a pork product with bacon, so it's not going to appear as an overly healthy type of food, but it's a good portion size. 5 ounces isn't over the top. I think it's a good portion size for 99 cents. I don't think you can beat that. Here's a quick side view of the pork fillet in the packaging, just in case anyone was curious. So I thought that these had an easy pull apart packaging that you could separate from the corners, but it doesn't look like that's the case. So I just took a knife and I scored the top of it and went around. Then I'll just peel that back, and then I'll flip them out onto this rack, discard the waste, and I'll do the same thing for the other one as well. We'll get these set up, and it's got airflow underneath and then all around it, so then it'll start to dry. Hopefully if it loses the moisture, it'll have a nice even set, and then that'll make it better for frying in the pan. So this is what we're looking at whenever we get everything unpackaged. I am a little concerned as to whether or not the bacon will stay on whenever I start to cook them. One of them did have a plastic toothpick in it holding the bacon on for the packaging. I don't think that I'm going to cook it with that in there, but I might use some bamboo skewers if it looks like we'll need them. And after they dry, we'll end up coating them with a little bit of olive oil and seasoning them just like I do my steaks, and then we'll pan sear them, and then we'll finish them off in the oven. So whenever these get done drying, we'll come back and I'll show you the next steps. So I decided to give the pork fillets 2 days instead of 1 to rest in the fridge and dry a little bit more. They were quite moist whenever I unpackaged them, and I think this right here is going to get us to where we need to be. I'm going to be trying out some beef and pork seasoning that I get from my friends at All American Spices. I haven't tried these on pork like this yet, so this will be kind of exciting. And then I'll be using that garlic infused olive oil that I get from the oilery in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. And we'll go through the process. I'll pan sear them and then I'll put them in the oven to finish. I've already have my oven preheating at 300 degrees. And so let's get into it and see what this looks like. So the oven's almost up to temperature, and I started preheating my cast iron skillet that we're going to pan sear these in. I put that to a medium-high heat because I'm just going to cook them hot and fast on each side and then stick them right in the oven. As you can see, there's really no drippings or anything in the pan, so that went well. It looks like the bacon has adhered onto the fillets quite well, so we're going to just go with it like this and see if they stick on or if they're going to fall off during cooking. First step is just to get them off the rack. My cast iron skillet's heated up. It's got a little bit of smoke going. That extra noise you're going to be hearing is my exhaust fan, and I have it vented to the outside. I don't like to let the smoke build up in the kitchen. It's a little more pleasant whenever you're doing it that way. So these two fillets had uneven sides. One side was kind of crowned and the bottom side was a little bit wider. So I'm going to start off with them on the top side that was more narrow, sear that, and then flip it over, sear the other side, and then we'll go right into the oven so that they have a little bit more balance. Nice and hot. I would guess that each one of these fillets is probably a little over 1 inch thick. This back one's a little bit thicker, so that could be closer to 1.25 inches. And I bet you we're going to have to give it a little bit of time in the oven to finish off, but I'm hoping that searing them will give it
a good appearance and help give that outside texture that I want. I might add a little bit more olive oil to help dissipate the heat and help with the sear. Flip the first one over. We'll have a nice little crust on it. Bacon started to come off on that one, so I want to be very careful. There we go. Now at this point, since the skillet is still really hot, I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. The oven's preheated, and while it's still searing on that side, I'm going to go ahead and place it in the oven. Well, I just pulled these out of the oven a few minutes ago. I let them rest, and now I'm going to cut into one, and we're going to taste test it and just see how it turned out. Everything held on nicely. The bacon didn't come off, so I was pretty happy about that. I think that the drying process helped them adhere a little bit better. All that extra moisture, I think, would have caused them to possibly kind of slink down and fall off a little bit. I'll just cut one directly in half. Looks like a good piece of pork. I'm not entirely sure what part of the pig this is from, but I think that I picked a pretty good piece to wrap with bacon. I think that looks pretty good.
Well, I can't lie, these actually tasted really good. I'm actually very impressed for picking up a 99-cent cut of meat from a Kwik Trip, which is kind of a local gas station, but they carry different food items and stuff like that. These are awesome. 99 cents. If you live in Wisconsin and you haven't checked these out yet, go ahead and check them out. This is the first food item of this sort that I've picked up from Kwik Trip. Now I'm a little bit curious. I think I might do some more reviews and check out some more of their stuff. I've got to say bravo. These tasted wonderful. If you want to check it out, try the drying process that I did. I think that that's going to help to hold that bacon on and give you a better cut of meat that doesn't steam. It'll sear and cook well, and you won't be getting all that extra moisture that causes it to steam, which gives me a texture that I really don't like. So if you like this video, make sure that you hit the like button, subscribe, share, leave some comments down below. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you like from Kwik Trip if you live in the Wisconsin area, or any other ideas you have. I might check out some more stuff and I'll post some more videos on it. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.